All right, now what I have here in front of me, this is a bundle of purple sand cherry, and we're going to call this video "How to Get Paid for Selling Sticks." Because as crazy as it sounds, you actually can get paid for selling sticks. Now, this is a purple sand cherry. This is a shrub. You can see sand cherry, and we'll try and put a photo on this page. But it's got a real deep purple leaf. In the spring, this thing is covered with little tiny pink delicate flowers. It's a really popular flowering shrub, so people really want these things. They sell great. As soon as they see them, people want to buy them. And a lot of people who are growing plants want to grow their own nurserymen or stuff. So actually, these are hardwood cuttings. So what I did is I trimmed the shrubs back really hard. This is everything I cut off. Now I'm going to take what I have in my hand here and turn this into, there, I can fish that out of there, into hardwood cuttings. Now basically, I'm going to come over here. Now each one of these little tiny bumps on the stem is a node or a leaf bud, and you can see them. There's one here, there's one underneath, and so they're about an inch apart. So when you're doing a hardwood cutting, what you want to do is you want to cut right below that node, but not into it. And that's the bottom part. That's the part that's going in the soil. And then up here, I'm going to actually, where you cut the top isn't that critical. And with a hardwood cutting, you could actually use this as a cutting. It would make a pretty nice cutting. You can see my node right there. So I cut right below that. And then at the top, it doesn't matter where you cut it. If you cut it a little bit away from a node, that's a good idea, because that'll protect that bud as you're sticking it and handling it. But that part isn't critical. What's critical is that you cut it right here, right below that node, but not into the node. That's it. That's a cutting. And what you're going to do with that cutting is you're going to dip it into some, I'm going to move back this way. You're going to dip it in a rooting compound. You can use a powdered rooting compound or a liquid rooting compound. Dip the cutting in there. It's usually like a 5 or 6 second dip. That's it. And you take it out and stick it in your frame of sand or whatever growing or rooting medium that you're using. And I'll show you that in a minute. But basically, I'm calling this getting paid for selling sticks, because you can take these cuttings. I started with one branch, and you can turn these things into hardwood cuttings, just like that. Whoops. And people will pay you for the cutting because they want to grow the plant, and a lot of times they don't have their own cuttings to work with, so they're going to pay you anywhere from probably 15 cents on the low end up to 25 cents is a good wholesale price, up to 50 cents retail. If somebody only wanted to buy 10 of these, you'd probably sell them for 50 cents a piece. They'd give you $5 for 10 of them. Just wrap them in some damp paper towels, shove them in a plastic bag, put them in a priority box, and send them off. And we've got customers all the time. Our backyard growers, they buy and sell hardwood cuttings from each other all the time. Now if you're buying a hardwood cutting, when you receive it, the best thing to do is take it out of the package, and then you want to cut about a ½ inch off. And that's what I did here, is I cut right below the leaf node, the bud again, or the node. And because the end can dry out a little bit, so before you stick them, cut it like that. Now, if you really want to kind of enhance your success on these things, you can scar them like that with a knife, and when you injure them like that, they callus up, and that helps with the rooting. It's not 100%, it's not necessary all the time. It's just one thing you can do to increase your success rate. So anyway, these 4 cuttings that I have in my hand are worth anywhere from 15 cents to 50 cents a piece, depending on who I'm selling them to and how many they're buying. So as crazy as that sounds, you can actually get paid for selling sticks. You can do it with a lot of different plants. And we have customers that sell softwood cuttings during the growing season. That's a whole different animal. The softwood cuttings are soft and pliable, and they're more delicate, and shipping them, is a little bit tricky, but people do it, they get them, and they root. So again, just a cutting with no roots on it whatsoever has a value. With hardwood cuttings, a good thing to do. If I had like 20 of these purple sand cherry in the field, I could easily cut You get hardwood cuttings off of them, cut them into bundles of 100 and sell them. I could sell probably every one I had. So it's actually a great little, it's a great idea, something that you can do. It's a little side income, and we've got backyard growers that do it all the time. So you can do sand cherry, forsythia, rose of Sharon, red twig dogwood, yellow twig dogwood, just about any woody flowering shrub. Not everything works good from hardwood cutting. And in the back of my Easy Plant Propagation book, I have a list of the best way to, I think the chapter's called How to Do What. You look up the plant that you're trying to do, and I tell you in there whether you should be doing hardwood cuttings, softwood cuttings, budding, grafting, layering, whatever it is. So anyway, so how to get paid for selling sticks. I hope it's beneficial to you. Have a good day.